Today, we're diving into a really cool idea from the book, The Method of Luck. What if I told you that good fortune isn't just random? What if it's something you can actually build yourself? That's what we're going to break down right now. All right, so let me just ask you right off the bat. Do you think you're either a lucky person or an unlucky person? And that's just the way it is. Something you're born with? Well, this book is here to completely flip that idea on its head. It says we actually have way more power over our luck than we realize. And this right here, this is the core idea that changes everything. The book says that all that bad luck we experience, the frustrating stuff, the setbacks, it's not the universe punishing you. Nope, it's actually a lesson, almost like a custom-made challenge just for you, to help you grow. And once you really get that, suddenly every experience, good or bad, has value. Okay, so if luck isn't just random chance, then what's the secret sauce? Well, according to this book, it has nothing to do with what's going on outside of you. It's all about what's going on inside. It's about raising what the book calls your spiritual level, which really is just your inner state, your vibe, your energy. And look, this isn't some weird, abstract concept. Raising your spiritual level actually leads to real-world results. We're talking about becoming that person who things just work out for. You know the type? They always seem to be in the right place at the right time, they meet the most amazing people, and they handle problems like it's nothing. That's what this is all about. So where do we even begin? The book's answer is simple. You start by building up your positive energy. And it's not about doing some huge, life-changing thing. It's about the little, everyday actions that you do consistently. And you'll see the things that build this energy are, well, they're things we can all do right now. Just greeting someone cheerfully, keeping your room or your desk clean, giving someone a genuine compliment. They're not hard, but they are choices. I like to think of it like this. Every single one of these actions is like putting a little bit of money into your positive energy savings account. The key word here is consistency. It's kind of like filling a giant bathtub with a tiny cup. On the first day, you might not see much of a difference. But if you keep at it day after day, eventually that tub is going to be overflowing. That overflow, that's your good luck. It starts to spill into your life, and it feels like it came from nowhere. But really, you built it, one small action at a time. All right, so once you've got that foundation of positive energy building up, you're ready for the next level. This is where we get into the more active tools for shaping your world. And guess what? You already have the two most powerful ones there are, your own thoughts and your own words. The book has a great term for this, your thought model. It's basically the mental filter you see the world through. It's the story you're constantly telling yourself, about life, about what you deserve. And that story, the one you play on repeat in your head, is literally building the world you experience. And it works like a feedback loop. It's pretty wild. If your internal story is, good things happen to me, you'll naturally see and attract more happy stuff. But if your internal story is, something's going to go wrong, then your brain will actually go looking for problems, sometimes even creating them. Your outside world basically just becomes proof of whatever your inside world already believes. Now, this same incredible power also applies to the words that actually come out of your mouth. In Japanese culture, there's this concept called kotodama, which basically means words have a spiritual power. What you say isn't just describing reality, it's creating it. Your words are like little seeds you're planting in the world. So the takeaway here is pretty straightforward, right? Use this power on purpose. Speak your dreams out loud. Talk about what you want as if it's on its way. And on the flip side, you've got to cut out the negative talk, the complaining, the gossiping. The book is super clear on this. That negative energy you put out there with your words, it always finds its way back to you. Okay, so we've got the daily habits down. We're being mindful of our thoughts and words. Now let's talk about something a little more subtle, but just as powerful. This is about listening to your built-in guidance system, your intuition, and what the world around you is trying to tell you. Here's a fascinating idea from the book. The people around you are basically a mirror reflecting your own inner state. Think about it. The kinds of relationships you have, especially the tricky ones, are showing you something about yourself. So if you feel like you're surrounded by drama or negativity, that's a signal to look inside. The cool thing is, as you work on yourself and raise your own vibe, you'll notice the people you attract start to change, almost like magic. So how do you actually tune into that internal GPS of yours? Simple. You start trusting it. Your intuition isn't going to scream at you with a logical argument. It's that quiet whisper, that gut feeling, that little hunch you can't quite explain. And the only way to make it stronger is to start paying attention to it and this is the hard part, acting on it, even when it doesn't make a ton of sense. And if you need one ultimate signpost for your intuition, it's this. Follow what brings you genuine joy. When you do something just because you love doing it, without obsessing over the result, you're on the right track. That feeling of joy, that is your intuition, giving you a massive thumbs up. We've talked about a lot of powerful stuff so far, but the book really saves the biggest one for last. I mean, if there was just one master key that could unlock everything we've been talking about, good fortune, a higher spiritual level, all of it, this would be it. And it's gratitude. This is the whole game, right here. Being grateful for what you have right now is like turning on a giant magnet for an even better future. When you can genuinely appreciate the simple, everyday stuff, you're basically telling the universe, hey, I'm ready for more good things. And that's when the really amazing stuff starts to show up. And where's the most powerful place to put this into practice? At home, with your family. The book makes a huge point about this. Your family is your foundation. If things are good there, if there's harmony and gratitude, you have this incredibly strong base of positive energy that supports everything else you do. But if there's constant conflict at home, it's like having a leak in your battery. It'll drain you no matter how well you're doing in other areas. And listen, for anyone who has a tough family situation, the book offers this incredibly powerful little exercise. You don't have to say a word out loud. Just in your own mind, in your own heart, find something to say thank you for. Just think it. This tiny shift inside of you can cause unbelievable, almost miraculous changes in how they interact with you. It's amazing. So let's wrap it all up. The big takeaway is that luck isn't something you just sit around and wait for. It's something you make. You build it piece by piece with every single action, every thought, and every moment of gratitude. So I'll leave you with this one simple question to get you started. Right here, right now. What's one thing you can be thankful for?